Welcome to Movies Philosophy, where we explore films that inspire us to think about life's big questions. Today, we're diving into The Bucket List, 2007. A heartfelt story about friendship, adventure, and the power of living life to the fullest. Starring Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman, the movie explores what it means to truly live, even when time is limited. Setting the stage, two different lives, one fate. The story begins with Edward Cole, Jack Nicholson, a wealthy hospital magnate, and Carter Chambers, Morgan Freeman, a humble mechanic. They come from different worlds but find themselves in the same hospital room after both are diagnosed with terminal cancer. Edward is a lonely, cynical billionaire with a sharp wit, while Carter is a family man, wise and grounded, with a deep love for knowledge and trivia. Despite their differences, a bond forms between them as they face the harsh reality of their prognosis. When Edward discovers a list, Carter created a bucket list of things to do before he dies. He proposes they embark on an adventure together to accomplish everything on the list. What begins as a list of goals turns into a journey of self-discovery and friendship. The bucket list, from dreams to reality. The pair's bucket list includes everything from skydiving and racing cars to witnessing something majestic and finding joy in unexpected places. Through each adventure, Edward and Carter face their fears, break out of their comfort zones, and begin to confront their own mortality. One of the film's most iconic moments is when they stand on the edge of a cliff overlooking the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Edward reflects, "Somewhere, some lucky guy's having a heart attack," humorously capturing his irreverent take on life's unpredictability. Carter, in contrast, is more introspective, asking questions about the meaning of life and pondering what makes life truly worth living. Lessons in life and death. As they work through the list, they explore different philosophies of happiness. Carter introduces Edward to ideas that go beyond material wealth. At one point, Carter tells him, "You measure yourself by the people who measure themselves by you." This line underscores the film's theme that life is ultimately about relationships and the impact we have on others. Carter's wisdom and outlook on life begin to affect Edward, challenging him to reflect on his past choices. In one touching scene, Carter asks Edward, "Have you found joy in your life? Has your life brought joy to others?" These questions prompt Edward to look beyond his wealth and examine the emptiness that years of isolation have brought him. Reconciliation and facing the end. As their journey continues, both men face unresolved issues in their lives. Carter's failing health forces him to return home to be with his family, and he encourages Edward to reconcile with his estranged daughter. At first resistant, Edward eventually reaches out, realizing that repairing his relationship with his daughter is the one item he needs to fulfill on his own bucket list. Carter's passing marks a bittersweet turning point for Edward. Although they both knew the journey would eventually end, Carter's death reminds Edward of the importance of family, forgiveness, and making peace with oneself. In his final moments, Edward takes Carter's wisdom to heart, embracing life's simple pleasures and the importance of love and connection. Closing the bucket list. After Carter's death, Edward visits his friend's grave, leaving a note that reads, "Find the joy." This simple message reflects the impact Carter had on him. Edward completes the bucket list by standing on top of a remote mountain, finally finding peace with himself and with life. The final image shows Edward's ashes placed beside Carter's in the mountain snow, symbolizing their lasting friendship and shared journey. Themes and analysis. The bucket list is a powerful exploration of mortality, friendship, and the importance of living authentically. The film suggests that life is about the experiences we have and the people we share them with, not just material success. Edward and Carter's journey illustrates the idea that life's value comes from the memories we create and the relationships we build. The film also tackles the concept of legacy, encouraging viewers to consider what kind of impact they want to leave behind. Through Carter's guidance, Edward learns that true joy and fulfillment come from living with compassion, kindness, and purpose. Finally, the bucket list underscores the importance of facing one's fears and taking risks. The characters' experiences remind us that life is precious and that the time to pursue our dreams, connect with others, and find meaning is always now. Closing reflection. The bucket list is more than just a story about ticking off goals. It's a reminder that life is fleeting, and we must make the most of every moment. Edward and Carter's journey teaches us to embrace life with courage, seek joy in the small things, and leave behind a legacy of love and connection. Thank you for joining us on Movies Philosophy. If the story inspired you, remember that life is a journey meant to be lived fully and shared with others. So go out, make your own bucket list, and find joy in every experience.